Why are you pointing guns in people's faces? A lot of people have problems in their life. I know a lot of people who have mental health issues, a lot of people who have drug issues. This is not the way to go. Why didn't you call your mom before you did this nonsense? Versus Philip Thomas Washington. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense? And are you Mr. Washington?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. In each of the cause numbers, you entered a plea of guilty. And cause number 2022 CR 3498B, you entered a plea of guilty to count 1. State waived count 2 in the repeater paragraph without objection. And 2022 CR 3873B, you pled guilty and the state waived the repeater count without objection. And each cause, I found that there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court found you guilty. According to the plea bargain agreement, there's no application. Each case is to run concurrent. There are several cases that are being taken in consideration, and the state is asking that your sentence be set at a cap of 22 years. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Judge.
Yeah.
Any objections to the PSI report?
None from the state.
No.
State, do you have any witnesses?
Yes, Judge.
How many witnesses do you have?
1.
All right, if you can call your witness.
State calls Cynthia Martis. Please.
All right, can you come forward and raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand if you state your name for the record.
Cynthia Martis.
All right, state.
Thank you. Cynthia, are you aware why we're here today?
Yes, sir.
Are you one of the victims in cause number 2022 CR 3498B?
Yes.
And the judge is familiar with the facts of the case. I just want to go over a few details that may not have been in the report. What were you doing? Or what were you at first? Where were you at that day?
I was at home sitting on my chair, like I usually do, sit with my door open, and I was there with my friend, just sitting there watching TV, listening to my music, and I do volunteer work at home. And he was one of the people that helped me, get volunteer work, and I was helping him out as a place to stay. So he was there.
Okay. So let me ask you another question. How long had you been in that apartment?
About a week and a half.
Okay. You said you were sitting there with the door open?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the person that was with you, was that Kenneth?
Yes.
Okay. And you knew him from where you do volunteer work?
Yes.
What kind of volunteer work do you do?
I was helping at the Travis Street Park Church, which is where he works.
And what do y'all do there?
Everything. I usually work in the clothing room, and he runs the showers, the food. He tells everybody where to go. You do this, you do that, you do that.
And so on that day, the co-defendant came up to you, right? The female?
Yes. And I thought I knew her, but because I know a lot of people, but I help out. I feed people too on the side. So you don't remember all their faces. Some people just need a shower, some, and hey, go ahead, take a shower.
Okay. And so that's why you let her use your phone?
She didn't use my phone.
Oh, whose phone did she use?
She didn't have a phone. She made an excuse that she had left her phone in her car,
Mm-hmm.
and she would look like she was stressed out. So she left my house, and she said, "Oh, I left my phone in the car." Then she goes down. She comes back with a guy. I don't know who she is. The guy that helped me, with the volunteer work, and knew them. I have never seen these people before.
Did they enter into your apartment?
Yeah, because my door was open. They came and they said, "Do you remember me?" And I thought I did, but I really didn't. She said, "Come on." They wouldn't know.
Who was it that had the gun?
This guy.
Had you ever had a gun pointed at you before?
Never in my life.
When he pointed at the gun at you, what did he take from you?
He took my purse. It was rent time. So I had just been to the bank, and, so I had my rent's $800, had enough money to pay my rent. And then all the bills are coming up. It's like, beginning first of the month, all that stuff. So he took everything I grabbed when to call the police. He said, "Give me that. Everything I pulled out, give me that. And I was scared because there's a gun in my face."
the report mentioned that he, I guess, made you drop your pants and raise your shirt. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you said they took your phone. Did you end up finding pictures that were taken from your phone?
Yes.
Was the defendant in those pictures?
Yes.
And how has this offense affected you? Like, how are you dealing with it?
I still have my door open because I think as long as I pay my rent, I have that right. But it just reminds me that somebody could just walk in and take your life, blow your head off, and not think about it. And you've done nothing. What did I deserve to have somebody come and take my money that I work for? I work 2 jobs. I do home health care. And I don't know why I was targeted. I worked so hard to help people, to have these strangers walk into my life and pull a gun on me. And I was scared. I'll never forget. Because he could have just killed me. You know, some people might rob you and say, okay, I got everything to go, but I couldn't take a chance. My friend, he said, he wouldn't empty his pockets. He said, you know, screw you, excuse my language. But I was scared. I never had this happen to me before in my life. Why? And it's a memory I'll never forget because it could have been. I could not be here today had he chose to pull that gun. Why?
Your Honor, we'll pass a witness.
All right, thank you. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
I have one judge.
Yes, have them come forward.
Cheryl Washington.
Cheryl Washington. Can you come forward, please? All right, if you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Cheryl Washington.
All right, defense.
Ms. Washington, you're the mother of Philip Washington.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you verify some of the things that I showed you in the pre-sentence investigation?
Yes, he's been, as a child, he was kind of bipolar and, you know, he had some effects.
Does that continue his mental condition into
His mental
juvenile?
condition into juvenile, yes.
And recently, when all this crime was happening with him, what was changing in his life? What was going on there?
Well, I think drugs came effect in his life.
Did he become addicted to methamphetamine?
Yes, he did. Yes, he
had
did.
a new girlfriend that was running around.
And that's where he met. Before then, he wasn't doing. He came out from the 10 years that he previously had and was doing good. And when he met her, it went downhill.
How long was he doing good?
He was doing good the time he got about, I'd say 7 months the time he was out.
But when the methamphetamine hit, it just
He lost all control.
passed it.
All right, thank you.
No question.
That's all for me.
Yes, thank you so much. Any other witnesses?
But no, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Washington, anything you wish to say? All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand.
Judge.
I think they're going to have questions for you. All right, so here's my question. Why are you pointing guns in people's faces?
I have no excuse.
Why didn't you get a job?
I have a job at Toyota. You know,
So why are you taking money from somebody who's working 2 jobs to support themselves?
influence. It's not really an excuse, Your Honor.
Why are you bringing your mom down here for this nonsense that you have done? Because this is what I've discovered. People, when they get in trouble, who do they always call? Their mom. Why didn't you call your mom before you did this nonsense? How old are you?
2 years old, Your Honor.
So you're old enough to know better. And a lot of people have problems in their life. I know a lot of people who have mental health issues, a lot of people who have drug issues. This is not the way to go. You could end up killing her. You could end up getting killed yourself. All right. All right. Is there anything else? Because the court is going to make its ruling. All right. Then each of the cause numbers, the court is going to sentence you to 22 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $500 fine. And each cause number's time and money were run concurrent. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon in each cause number. Cases taken in consideration are 2022 CR 3501, JN numbers 2049196, 2076193. You are to agree that you committed the court is finding that you committed the offenses of aggravated robbery on December 27, 2021, December 30th, 2021, and January 5th, 2022, with and in concert with Petra Calderon. There's to be no contact with Cassandra Acosta, Jorge Colmenares, Kenneth Henry, and Cynthia Martis. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing? And each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them and did you sign them? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? If you have a question, you're also not allowed to own or possess any weapons or firearms. Do you understand? If you have a question of a weapon, what a weapon is or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you? 2024 CR 007138, State of Texas versus I. King Scott. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
That's done for the state.
Defense?
Renee Munoz on behalf of Mr. I. King Scott.
All right, and you're Mr. I. King Scott?
Yes.
All right, this came back because you informed the court that you were only entering a plea because you cannot bond out of jail. I don't want anyone to enter into pleas because they can't bond out. My understanding is there were some, I believe you feel as though it's exculpatory, Mr. King, Mr. I. King Scott. So is the complainant here?
No, I don't believe so. State, do you believe?
Nope.
No, Judge. And I did have a more in-depth conversation with my clients regarding some of the evidence that the state has, things of that nature. In light of that, and because of that, Judge, he wants to go ahead and proceed with today's proceedings.
All right, Mr. Scott, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
I, King Scott.
All right, Mr. Scott, do you understand you have a right to jury trial?
Yes.
Do you understand if you want a bond reduction, that your attorney could file a motion for a bond reduction, the court would hear it and make a determination of whether your bond should be reduced or not?
Yes.
And knowing that, do you still wish to proceed with this plea?
I still wish to proceed.
All right, as previously stated, the court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court found you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. With the certain caveat, if I can make a request.
Yes.
I know that TAP may be ordered with him in custody as a condition of his probation, Judge. And I know that the honorable court and the judge has the offense report and has some history as regards to Mr. Scott. There's been nothing indicative of him using any drugs. I asked him about any drug usage in the past. He's denied all drug usage. For this reasons, if the court upon sentencing is going to consider a TAP evaluation out of abundance of caution, we ask that that be done out of custody, Judge. I think there are some people that really need the TAP evaluation. There's nothing indicating that he is in absolute need of that now, Judge. And I don't want to take away from someone more deserving of a TAP and getting help that actually needs it. And it's been indicative of them needing help. Mr. Scott has denied all use. And in sentencing, if the judge wants to word on that or wants some more information on that, I'm sure he'd be glad to present that. But I just wanted to note that for the court in advance of sentencing.
All right, state, and reviewing the police report and the stipulations, I don't see anything in the police report or stipulations to suggest that alcohol or drugs were involved. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. King, have you ever used any type of narcotics?
No.
Marijuana?
Yes, in the past.
Okay. alcohol?
I haven't drunk in 8 years.
All right, why not?
I just quit.
Why did you quit? Was it causing issues?
No, I just stopped.
All right, do you have any family here in San Antonio?
I have a daughter.
And what is her age?
She's 21.
All right, if you're released, do you have a place to stay?
Yes,
Where? And when I say where, I should say, who would you be staying with?
with myself.
All right,
I have my own apartment.
all right. And that apartment is still available?
Yes.
All right, anything else from either side?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
All right, the court will sentence you to 3 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 3 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs. Proof of employment. Within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Lauren Briones. The BIPP course. How far did you go in school?
Some college. I have a degree in business administration. I'm certified as a massage therapist. I do construction work, so I have some
So when was
license.
the last time you've been a massage therapist?
I've been here eight years ago.
Okay.
That's about the same time.
So when's the last time you had full-time employment?
I've always been employed. I stay out here. I take care of myself, so I'm always employed.
Okay.
I have a job. As soon as I leave out, I just call my boss and I'm working back.
All right.
Construction.
All right. I'll do 100 hours of community service restitution. You can pay that off if you like. It'll be at $7.25 per hour. I always suggest the San Antonio Food Bank because they usually have a shortage. So if you want to do that, you can.
Okay.
And I'm going to order $50 to the Family Violence Center. And I can only order $50, but I tell you what, if you do not want to pay the $7.25 per hour to the San Antonio Food Bank, if you donate another $50 to the Family Violence Center, I'll deem your community service hours satisfied. So that's completely up to you. Legally, I'm only able to order what I've ordered, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where do I-
There's going to be field visits one time per month for 3 months. Then at probation's discretion. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, I just want to, where do I show my proof of employment at?
Oh, probation is going to go over conditions with you
Okay.
and they'll let you know where you need to be.
Okay.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence and a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, Mr. Scott. Whatever brought you to the place that brought you to this court and caused you to be here, you need to start looking internally and change. Otherwise, what's going to end up happening is you're going to be back before me on a motion to review. You understand?
Yes.
It's probably best that you not involve yourself in any other relationships until you work on you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you have an issue, let your probation officer know. They're telling me, your counselors told me that you don't have an alcohol or drug issue, which we do have limited resources. So I don't want to take up an officer's time to do a tap if that's the case. However, if you see yourself getting ready to use, pick up the phone, call your probation officer and let them know. And they're going to try to help you. You understand?
Yes,
But if you don't let them know, can't help you.
I understand.
All right. Good luck to you.
Judge Boyd's message went far beyond this single case. She acknowledged that addiction and mental health struggles are real, but reminded everyone that they can never justify pointing a gun at innocent people or destroying someone else's life. The victim's courage, the defendant's admission that he had no excuse, and the judge's firm response all led to one clear outcome: accountability. In the end, the courtroom showed that justice isn't about excuses. It's about protecting the public and holding people responsible for their choices. Do you think Judge Boyd's 22-year sentence was fair, or should it have been even harsher?